I'm Kat. Welcome to Kat's Lounge, a show where we talk about the hard, unintended, funny, and difficult topics of love, sex, and relationships. I want to make these topics part of everyday life. So let's sit, sip, and chat. So, okay, I know. I said I'll post every Friday. You know, the start of things is always a bit slow. But here I am. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, so today, continuing with our BDSM series, and we're going to talk about dominance because last time we talked about submissives, more specifically submissive brats. And if you haven't seen it, go to my second video after the intro. Yes. So I was telling you all the delightful things that us submissive brats get into, what we like, what submission is about. So here we're gonna be talking about dominance or the dom. You know, when it's, when we talk about BDSM, there's a lot of abbreviations. You know, like dom, sub, sadist, masochist. You know, they abbreviate things. They like things to be short and sweet. Anyway, yes, so what is sexual dominance? Please understand that dominance can be outside the bedroom as well, depending on what you and your partner agree on, right? And I have this, I don't know, did we talk about it? I think we did. On the episode I did with Malik, voice only. Unfortunately, it was voice only. Yes, the episode I did with Malik, he was telling me that, why can I not remember if this thing was on air or not? But anyway, he was telling me how he had a sub, but it was not a sexual relationship. It was, you know, he would just tell her to do things in a dom type way, and that's how she got her tasks and whatnot completed. I mean, whatever rocks your boat, people, you know, whatever turns you on, it's fine. So dominance can move away from the bedroom, can move away from sexual things, can be in everyday life. As a sub or as a dom, you can set the boundaries however you want. So, what is sexual dominance? Since we're talking about sex, sexual dominance is a practice in which one partner, the dom, holds power during sexual encounters, guiding the experience for the sub, which is the submissive. And this dynamic is consensual. It is between two consenting adults. I will always stress this: consensual things we are doing here. When you want this type of relationship, you talk to your person, you agree, you set the boundaries and all of that jazz. So, how does a dom, how does a dom go about being a dom? What are his responsibilities? What are her responsibilities? I don't know why you don't call male doms dominatrix. Is it a feminine word? It just popped into my head, that question. But, you know, we call a female dom a dominatrix, mistress. I don't know. But yeah, what are the responsibilities of a dominant? A dom must know your partner's boundaries. You must know your partner's boundaries as a dom. Because this is a power exchange. This is an exertion of power that is permitted by the sub. It is not exerted upon, it's not forced. It is permitted. You have to engage in your play within the limits that you're both comfortable with. If your sub is still testing out their limitations, you do that very slowly. Don't just sprint it, you marathon it. Okay? Slow and steady gets the job done. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay? So, if at any point you are doing something and you take it a step further than what you usually do, your sub has the power to say stop, or whatever your safe word is. They have the power to say no. If they want you to continue, you can continue until the point where they're like, that's enough. That is where I stop. Not because maybe that's just the day. They just don't want to do that. And also understand, knowing your partner's boundaries also means that just because you're used to doing one thing, like you know the thing that makes your sub, and then one day you do it and they're resistant to it, and then you want to force it. No. Also, knowing your partner's boundaries also means knowing your partner. Knowing when it's time to play and knowing when it's time to not be playing. When it's time where they need to not be doing dom sub dynamics, right? And in a dom and sub dynamic, both of you have the power, but the one giving the permission has more power because they can take it away, and you as the dom, you have to go with it. Okay? Know your partner's boundaries. 2, get familiar with your toys. Your toys, also the ones that your partner has agreed on. If it's sex toys, what kind of sex toys? If it's plugs, what kind of plugs? If it's bondages, what kind of bonding are we doing? If it's pain inflicting tools, which tools are those? Are you gonna use, what do they call that? Oh, I forgot. Oh, pedal. Are you gonna use a pedal? Are you gonna use a whip? Are you gonna use sharp things? Are you gonna tie them up really tightly or just soft? Again, understand that BDSM is not all about violence. It's not about violence, actually. It can have some violent-like activities, but it's not about violence, but love and pleasure. So if your partner likes sharp things for pleasure, cool. If your partner likes to be totally, absolutely restrained, perfect. For you and them, if they allow you to do it, do it. Okay? Know your tools. Know how far you can go with those tools. Also, how far you can go. If it's a pedal, are you hitting it lightly or are you hitting it hard? Are you caressing with a scarf? Are you teasing them with tickles? Are you blindfolding them, sensory play? What are you doing with your toys? You have to know. And number 3, be prepared with safety supplies. Since these activities can be a bit intense, you need to have some safety supplies. If you are going to be using ties, depending on how tight you tie them, have a pair of scissors handy, just so in case the unbinding might not happen, you can cut it. Have bandages in place in case there's a cut, there's a what is English? If there's marks left on your partner and they need to be bandaged, have those in place. Have warm water if you're doing things that will require warm water afterwards. Have things in place that will make the aftercare, and we're going to talk about aftercare, that will make the aftercare easier for you to do. Have things in place that if you know your partner is asthmatic, or if you know your partner has some sort of medical condition, that if you go too far, it might trigger it. Have that medication or safety precaution in place so that we are all playing safe and we are all enjoying and nobody needs medical attention at the end of the day. Okay? Yes. Cool. And number 4, check on your partner. The thing about consent is it's continuous consent. Continuous, consistent. You have to ask at each step if you're doing something different. Check in with your partner if this is okay, if it's something totally that you did not talk about, but at that time it's just the next obvious thing to do, or you're just like, let me switch it up. Check with your partner if it's okay. Don't be doing things without people's consent, and get an enthusiastic consent. Enthusiastic yeses. We are all about enthusiastic yeses. Okay? Yes. And last but not least, aftercare is key. And aftercare is what happens after the sexual experience has been had. Both partners are calming down from the thing. So aftercare can be cuddles. If your type of BDSM is the extreme, is more on the sadist side and masochist side of things, where inflicting and receiving of pain, or verbally receiving words of degradation, slut shaming, and all of that. After you have done your orgasms or your edging or whatever you guys agreed on, and you are done with the sexual part of it, you need to do aftercare. Aftercare is when now both partners are calming down from the physical activity. The emotional part needs to be taken care of. You check in with your partner. How do you feel? How are you? Are you okay? Where does it hurt? Where can I rub? Where can I soothe? Do you want to cuddle? Do you want a hug? What do you need? That is aftercare. Or you talk about it, or you clean up your space, the one that you were using. If there was a lot of squirting, you clean up the sheets. You are doing this together so that it doesn't feel like an other thing, like something happened to them that you are not a part of. So you do this together to show that you're in this together. You are understanding your partner. And also, aftercare is very important when you understand your partner. So, you're just fostering a sense of calm, physical wellness, and emotional well-being. You're just making sure that whatever happened has not caused any pain or discomfort, or they were not doing anything they did not want to do. So it's either cuddles, you're talking about what happened, you're reassuring each other, you are affirming each other. Also, as a dom doesn't mean you just okay with the thing. I don't want to say okay. You are fine to continue after the things you have said or done to your partner. You also might need aftercare of, babe, I really enjoyed that. I really liked it. You went a step further and that was amazing. You are assuring your partner that they did the right thing to you. So BDSM is fun. BDSM is exciting. BDSM is the bee's knees. So you just need to, if you are interested in exploring this aspect of sexual pleasure, please research. Please research. I talk to a lot of people in my line of interest and I find that people believe BDSM is about violence. And I try to, fix that myth that BDSM is not about violence. It's about pleasure. You just need to know where you and your partner fall and what are you comfortable with doing. And some people truly, truly, truly do not want to go anywhere BDSM. And if you have that partner, you have to decide if this is what you can live with or you cannot live with. Can you not live with, BDSM play? It doesn't have to be every single time you have sex. You can have vanilla sex, it's fine. But are you okay with having vanilla sex your whole entire relationship? Or is your partner willing to try? If they're not willing to try, what are your boundaries? What are your, I can't. What are your can'ts and what are your cans? So yeah, it got a bit serious there, but hey, comes with the territory. BDSM is fun. Okay, you can play with it. You just have to research it. You play around with it. You just have to research it. So really hope you enjoyed this episode. And next time I'll have a dom, because on my first episode that I did with BDSM, I did have a dom, and he explained that the one who holds the power is the submissive, because they are the ones giving permission, and you need trust to do this. So if you want to listen to the episode again, you can just go to Spotify, Cats Lounge, search the BDSM topic, and then listen to what my guest had to say. So next time I will bring different dom, and then we'll talk about it. Till next time, please subscribe and share with your friends, and let's just have a merry good old time with sex. Hey, ciao.